Have you ever come across anyone who you think is super logical, very, very rational in thinking, or you say that, the guy is really, really intelligent? If you've come across someone like that, or if that's you, this video is for you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So, today we are going to discuss a very important planet, another important planet, I should say. All planets are important, but yeah, this is another important one in the series of the planets that we are doing. And today we are going to cover planet Mercury, or popularly known as Budh in Hindi. So far, we have covered Sun, Moon, and Mars. This is the fourth planet in the list. And as you have been following all my previous videos, if you haven't, then I will, advise you to go and check back on my channel for all the previous videos on the planets and zodiac signs. But if you have been following me throughout, as I have explained, Sun is the king or the father of the all 9 planets. Moon is the mother or the queen of all 9 planets. Mars holds the position of commander-in-chief or your siblings. Now comes Mercury. So what is Mercury? What position Mercury holds? So Mercury holds a very important position in the planetary cabinet. Mercury is the young prince, Yuvraj, as I should say. So Mercury is the young prince in the astrological cabinet. What exactly is young prince? If you think about a young prince or a Yuvraj, what exactly is a Yuvraj? So Yuvraj is someone who is very, very chanchal, should I say in Hindi, right? Someone who's very naughty. Someone who can be molded in any form, someone who can mingle around with anyone, someone who can talk a lot. And when we say talk means communication. And yes, Mercury's key word is communication. So when we say communication, what exactly do we mean? So communication is how I speak, what I speak, and with whom do I really like to speak. So that is what is controlled by Mercury. So Mercury is hence a very important planet when it comes to when it comes to human beings, because without communication, we don't exist. And what we are known in the society throughout is how we communicate with others, and hence Mercury plays a very, very important role when it comes to our position in the society, because it controls the communication part. Now when I say communication part, first thing is my speech, my ability to speak. Forget about how I am speaking. My ability to speak. Can I speak, or can I speak, or I can't speak, is all controlled by Mercury. So people who talk a lot or people who really don't talk is all the position of Mercury in their chart. People who are chatterboxes, people who just go and just blabber anywhere, anytime, is Mercury. People who think 100 times before they speak is also Mercury. People who communicate very effectively, people who, the orators, the exemplary orators, people who impact others by their sheer speech, is Mercury. And people who impact others by their speech in a negative way, using harsh speech, abusive language, is also Mercury. So, and you see, that's why Mercury holds a very, very important, Mercury plays a very, very important role in our lives. So it is nothing but language that I use. It is how I use that language with others in this world with others is all pretty much controlled with Mercury. Now, you must have seen a lot of people using a lot of different languages. So people know multiple languages. So ability to speak multiple languages is also controlled by Mercury. Now, another important part of communication is writing. So writers, people who are poets, obviously, you got to have different combinations sitting with Mercury, but core writing skills, whether you're writing an article or you're writing a blog or you're writing a poem, any form of written communication, or even if you're writing an email for that matter, so is controlled by Mercury. So Mercury in general controls all aspects of communication. Another aspect along with communication is intelligence. So Mercury also controls intelligence. And you would have seen a lot of people, talking logical, a lot of logical stuff. They need to go into, they always go into the depth of what, they are doing, especially when it comes to when it comes to anything which is more logical in nature. For example, if they're doing any calculations, if they're doing any number game, or if they're doing any scientific work, wherever the logic is required heavily, that areas of life is also controlled by Mercury. So Mercury is basically very, very logical, and hence it drives the intelligence, the sheer intelligence of a person. uh, Another important aspect of Mercury is numbers or mathematics or accounts, or anything that deals with numbers. Any professions that deal with numbers is also controlled by Mercury. So, in a nutshell, if I have to sum it up, Mercury controls your communication, Mercury controls your logical abilities, Mercury controls your language ability, Mercury controls your reading and writing skills. Mercury also controls your memory, because when it comes to physical attributes, Mercury controls the nervous system, and hence your memory is nothing but ability, or one of the capabilities of your nervous system. So people who you feel have really sharp memory, or people who you feel that they tend to forget very quickly, that is nothing but Mercury, another aspect of Mercury. So Mercury controls the nervous system at a physical level. Mercury controls the tongue, as we were talking about, all the communication, speech, language, blah blah blah. So it all comes with the tongue. So people who've got really, really good speaking abilities is simply because of the efficiency of the organ tongue in their mouth. So, and hence that is controlled by Mercury as well. Mercury also controls skin. So if you see someone with really beautiful skins, that means Mercury is fantastically placed in their chart. Or otherwise, if you see someone who's got some sort of issues with skin, I mean, Mercury is the planet which is the culprit here. In terms of uh, debilitation and exaltation, so Mercury exalts in the 15 degrees of Virgo, and it debilitates in 15 degrees at Pisces. So if your Mercury is placed in Virgo, that means it's fantastically placed. You're blessed. But if your Mercury is placed in Pisces, that means you need to put some more effort to get your Mercury moving. But then it all depends upon all the other aspects and all the other conditions in the chart. Even even a debilitated planet, if for that matter, Mercury can give you great results. But then all depends upon individuals' horoscope. Uh, from a remedy perspective, it's very straightforward. So it is Budh or the Budhvar, and hence Vishnu and all forms of Vishnu and Narayan are can be used, or probably can be worshipped, to correct Mercury's related issues in your chart. So if you've got any speech related issues, if you've got any language related issues, if you've got issues related to your memory, if you've got things, if anything of that sort is a great issue in your life, I think go and worship Narayan. and all forms of Narayan, Lord Ram, or Lord Krishna, or simple, Lakshmi Narayan. So yeah, so, and worshipping these deities will really help you, in your life to correct any Mercury related issues. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, so this is my quick analysis on what Mercury is. If you haven't subscribed to my channel before, I highly recommend, please go and subscribe and press the bell icon. And if you have been on my channel for a while, please keep liking and share, and sharing my videos with your family and friends, and whosoever is interested in knowing more about astrology. Yeah, thank you very much, and a lot of sunshine and laughter to you all today morning, and I'll see you with my next video on another important planet, Jupiter. So hook on. Thank you.